Switzerland has some amazing roads, but their speed limits leave something to be desired. Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rider Ramblings. I've just been on a men-only jolly in Switzerland with an old school chum and some friends of his, and we went by car. We didn't go on the bike. He doesn't ride a bike, and we went down about as far, just after Dijon, on the motorways, the auto routes, and then at Dijon well, a little bit after Dijon, we turned left onto one of the route nationales, the N roads, and we took that into Switzerland, and that was a nice little run actually. That was, for a route nationale, that was a very nice run. Once we got into Switzerland, we were on motorway until we got past Lake Lucerne. I think it's Lake Lucerne, yep. And the roads in Switzerland are well looked after, much better than France, and probably way better, than in the UK. And then we used the new road to go up to Morgan, which is about a mile, if that, mile and a half maybe, depends which part of Morgan you're in, from France. So we sort of did a U-ey in Switzerland, going around the lake, and the roads are just incredible. I mean, the speed limit is mainly 60 kilometers an hour, but to tell you the truth, the roads that we were on going up to Morgans, which is 1,000, well, where the chalet was just under 1,800 meters, and basically we went up from about 300 or 400 meters as we entered Switzerland, up that far. Absolutely stunning, and the weather was absolutely incredible. Wall-to-wall sunshine virtually every day. We had as we were leaving on the last day, we had rain. Well, we had snow overnight, but there was none on the roads, it just sort of seemed to replenish the snow on top of the roofs mainly, and a little bit on the fields, but not much. And it looked fantastic, it really did. And that was our last day. And saying, every morning I walked down from the chalet to the bakery, which was just over a kilometre from the chalet to the bakery, but the height difference was about 74 meters, I think it was, off the top of my head. So coming back was a bit strenuous, because where I live, I think the highest bit of hill, well, near me anyhow, is about 10 meters, if that. I mean, if you do go other parts of St-Maur, but not my area, yeah, we do have a couple of hills, but my area, nothing, absolutely nothing, flat as a pancake. So that actually, even though it was only 1 kilometre, was a bit strenuous on the way back, I must admit. Anyhow, as you can see, we've got wall-to-wall sunshine in a place called Yerres. That's the pronunciation in French. If you're English, it's pronounced Yerres, but the French pronunciation is Yerres, which is another old town. Oh yes, and there's a well-known artist who used to live here. Forgotten his name offhand. I've been to his house a couple of times. The gardens are lovely. You can wander around the gardens for free, but if you want to actually go into the house and so on, you need to pay. Well worth it, actually. It's very pleasant. As I say, I've been, well, more than twice. Definitely worth it here. And today we're going just for a quick stretch of my legs, because this is the first time on the bike for nearly 2 weeks, and she's about due. I don't know if you can see the odometer, but she's very close to needing her 40,000 kilometer service. It'll probably be 40,100 or 40,200 before she actually gets it. It's a big service. We need to check the shims. So to do that, you need to remove part of the cooling system. Yeah, I don't know who thought that one was a clever idea, but to check the shims, you've got to remove part of the cooling system, so you've got to flush the radiator. I suppose it's a good idea, because you're supposed to do it every 3 years. Though most people report that there's very little to adjust before the mileage is somewhere around about 75,000 or higher. So, but I won't be doing the shims. It's not something I really want to do. So I shall be taking it to our local guy to do that, and he'll need to do the refill the radiator and so on. I shall do the rest. I shall just ask him to do the shims on that. Yeah, so this is part of the old town here, and just changing the subject yet again. So that's that. I don't know if you saw the radar flashing the lights on the 𝗪𝗏𝗃, the BX here. I don't know. It's got a bit dusty while it's been sat in the garage. I think I'm going to have to start put a cover on the bike, because I washed it before I put it away, and now it's covered in dust. There's a car coming up behind, so you can probably see it started to flash. And there it goes again, because there's a car directly behind. So that's quite good. I don't know, did it change over to the rear view camera? It's supposed to. I didn't see, I was looking in front. It is supposed to change over to the rear view camera when it flashes as well, but I have been fiddling, so it's very possible it didn't. We've been this way a couple of times actually. Anyhow, yes, getting back to Switzerland finally. It's as I say, the switchbacks were absolutely amazing. And as I say, the chances of you being able to do But, oh, grief. Oh, dear me. We have a 𝗪𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵, no idea why. Let's see where this deviation takes me. I've never been down this road before, so this is an interesting one. So yes, the switchbacks were absolutely amazing, and sometimes it was only about 150 meters or something like that, if that, between switchbacks. And quite honestly, they were so tight, and I do mean really tight, that the chances of taking them at more than... Now, am I supposed to go straight on or turn right? No, it says no entry. So they were so tight. I mean, the chances of you being able to do them at much more than 15 miles an hour, unless you're a MotoGP rider, is next to nil, I think. So yes, well worth a visit. Thoroughly enjoyed Morgan's, and the food was absolutely exquisite. It's horrendously expensive, about 4 times the price of Paris, but it is a ski resort and Switzerland, so that's that. But it was about 4 times the price of Paris. I mean, we were paying what? 4 francs 20, which is about 4 francs 40 approximately, for I'm gonna try this, for a baguette, the same baguette, which is called a tradition, we pay €1.30 for in Paris. So that gives you some idea of the prices. But the meat was, and this is out of the supermarket. We got a rib of beef for Sunday lunch and cooked Yorkshire puddings and things like that, which was an interesting experience at that height, because things don't cook the same. I got used to it just as we were leaving, but it was supermarket rib of beef, and it's probably the best beef I've ever tasted, ever. I'm not being stupid on that one, but I think this is the one I want. Cheers. It was absolutely exquisite. The bacon, which is always smoked, but that was very nice, so were the sausages. And the meals in the restaurant were really good as well. The last night we went out for dinner. We went out for dinner quite often, actually, but the last night we went out for dinner, just a restaurant at the bottom of the ski slopes, and I had a 𝗪𝗟, which is basically a thigh of lamb, and it was again absolutely exquisite. I don't know who does their meat, which abattoir which does it and looks after it, but whoever does, it's way better than the meat that I get in the UK and the meat that I get in France. It really is a lot better. Anyhow, I shall leave it there because I'm back on track. Please like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.